to Monday! It's Emmy and it's the startup blog. We are on our way to visit Christoph. This is a new artist for me. So we're going to go visit his studio and have a chat. I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee before I go there. And I'm going to walk from Saint-Leotor to his studio to show you a little bit more of Munich. But this is how I enjoy my day. I combine fun with work. If you do that, then you never feel like you're working. Ever. I picked up my coffee and these people kept staring at me and I'm like, but they were staring at my feet, so I thought they liked my boots. No, there was a mouse living in the cafe. This is the second mouse that I've seen living in a cafe. There's a mouse that lives in the Starbucks in Munich also. I love Germany because every place has a cafe to it. So this is called Nahburg. It's a Laden, a store, a Schneiderei, a seamstress shop, and a cafe. All in one. Look, it even has a place to sit for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people. Awesome. That is Oktoberfest. Right over there. Nothing's there right now. They just took down Tollwood, which is the spring, and they have one in the summer and one in the winter. It's a big festival, or little festival compared to Oktoberfest. But that's the fairgrounds. It's in the middle of the city. There it is. Studio's on the street, on the other end. I have 10 minutes to get down there. Let's see how long it actually takes me. The area of town that I'm walking in, heading through Munich, is called Westend. And this is where a lot of artists are. And this week I am here every day. So your tour on Friday will be of Westend, some section of Westend. Yeah, because this is where I am all week. Look at this cake. Can you see it? It's got like a whole river made of marzipan on it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I would hate to have that, but it looks really cool. Look at the little, they put little people on there. Look, there's a little person mountain climbing. Can you see him? That building's where I need to be in 2 minutes. Can we make it? The bell's just tolled, so I know I'm exactly, here's the building, I'm exactly here. Now we have to find out how to get in. I have to go to that window right there. I just had to call him because I wasn't sure where I was going. This is where I need to be. Oh, look, there he is. All right, now I get to turn off my camera. Look at that, all those are full. I want to dig through all of them. Anyone else come dig with me? I learned a new organizational technique and I'll show it to you when I get home. Hi, I'm back in the office. I'm going to now share with you this organizational technique from this artist. There's 2 things he does which I absolutely love. One, he keeps a big, huge book of every piece of art that he makes. All year, no matter whether he sold it or not, he keeps it in an invoiced kind of like a diary, and he puts all this information down. So I asked him if I could take a photograph of that, or a video, actually a video, because I took photographs of it, and I'm going to put that into my bento so that I can do this I'm going to organize all my artwork and put it in there. I was totally loving that. And then I have been talking about making a finishing stamp, and I made a finishing stamp from Z Frank if you want to check on that. But what he does is he embosses his art, and I thought, oh, I like that so much more. So I'm going to design an embossment stamp and get that made, and then emboss the artwork. And what he does, which is what I'm going to do now, he embosses the artwork and then he puts the date and then the piece for that year. So if he only does 1 piece that year, it'll be 1, but if he does like 500 pieces, it'll be like 2013 500. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. So you know in chronological order where the piece was created during that year, and he can go, oh, it was created, and because he's got his inventory book, he can look and see when he did it, and it was totally loved it. He's so organized. I was really, really, really impressed with that. He said that when they moved, and I told you that maybe I can get a little secret from him about the Westend. It's not happening. He's only been here for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. maybe longer than weeks, but he's not been here very long. He's been 6 weeks in this studio. So he hasn't been here long enough for it to be, you know, home. And the movers moved everything in, but they didn't put it in the right order, so now he's just like chaos, a little bit of chaos in his studio. Like where everything is. He's trying to put everything in order now. But that was pretty cool, and he was telling me that he's gonna focus on specific art, and he told me about his projects, and I'm going to be videotaping him. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be an interview. I'll be interviewing him when he gets back from Australia, because he's Australian. And I'll be interviewing him sometime. And he isn't an emerging artist, he would be a mid-career artist, because he already has quite a few exhibitions. He has been interviewed for television. He has been asked by a museum to write a book, translate a book. So, mid-career. And it's kind of exciting because I have the 5 emerging artists, and if I can get 5 mid-career artists, that would be a nice mix. And then I can continue doing emerging artist videos and do some more, you know, try to collect more mid-career. So I'll have to go through the galleries for mid-career, because that usually you don't find the mid-career artists without gallery representation. The caveat there is that I need to like them. I really like this guy and his artwork. So since it's my site, I can do whatever the heck I want, right? And that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I did my goal list for this week, as I told you that I would. Emmy's goals for the week. I have these 5 artists that I interviewed. 6 artists, 5, 6, whatever. I have all these artists that I interviewed, and I need to put them on a website. I have set up for, we're going to do the exhibition in April, and I want to start getting the PR and the generating interest in these artists and this exhibition, because I want every single piece of art at this exhibition to sell. I don't want to have one single piece of art left over. And I would love to be able to fund the whole well, because we're gonna have an artist well. I want the whole thing funded. I would love to have the whole thing funded before the exhibition opens. That's my goal. My other goal for this month, my goal for this month for the exhibition is to actually get a location. I need that. If you know anyone in Munich who has a location, I would really appreciate it, because I need a location so that I can start the next steps in the process of this exhibition. I also, because I'm doing those videos on Fridays, what I'm going to do is do my vlog video for you, and then I'm going to do like a little bit more serious video. An Insider of Munich video. So that one will be more documentary style, I think, of the different sections of Munich, and I'm putting that under a site called Minga Munich. And like I told you, Minga, I talked to my German friends. Minga is actually the Bayerish word for someone who lives in Munich, so it's an insider's view of Munich. So that's what I'm going to give you on the Minga Munich website. All right, and then I have 2 sites where I have logos, and I have the logo competitions, but I have not put the logos on the sites. Now this is not a very complicated step. I have not done it. So that is on my goal list for this week. I have, and now we can talk about this because I just finished doing it. I told you that with some of with my license, my design company, I went ahead and I purchased domain names that are, I went and did my Google word search, and all the domain names that had to do with that, I purchased. So I looked and see which one were the highest ones, not every domain name, but like if you had more than 15 or 20,000 people a month looking for those search terms, I bought that search term domain name, and then I'm going to populate it with information that they were looking for. And then it also will have my site on it, so that they can go and click on that and go where they really need to be going, right? Now I did that for, I did these things for the cookbook. I've done it for license my design, and I just now did it for Munich and the artist stuff. So if you're an artist in your town, you're gonna get some tips now, because that's what I'm gonna give you, because I'm only focusing on Munich for this. It's more than 1 million people, that's enough for me. But you can do the same thing in any city, and probably someone in New York has already done it. But if you live in New York and you want to do this, it'd be a good thing. I didn't even go look. I was a little overwhelmed by how much I spent today for that. Anyways, I mean, not a huge amount of money, but it was more than my cup of coffee, what I did today. If you're an artist, and you're not a mid-career or above, so you're an emerging artist, you need to know that your purchasing base traditionally is within 100 miles of where you live. All right, so because you're a regional artist, you're considered a regional artist. Even with the internet and everything, people like to see the art. Very rarely do they buy an expensive piece of art that they have not seen. Okay, they will want to see it. And so your region of where you're selling is within 100 miles of where you are. I'm in Munich, so within 100 miles of Munich is my territory for these artists. So we're here, and within 100 miles are the people who will buy their artwork. For emerging artists, not mid-career, but emerging artists within 100 miles of where you live. So today I went and I purchased domain names that had to do with art and Munich and buying. And the challenge I have is for this is that Munich is 0.25%. Oh, so within 100 miles is Austria, which is German, and a little bit outside of that is Liechtenstein, which is 125 miles. I think it's also German. So we're pretty much in the Germanic languages. And then Munich itself, a quarter of Munich does not speak German, or they may speak German, but they are not native German speakers. All right. So I know that when I'm buying domain names to target people to purchase art in Munich or art from Munich galleries, I need to look at the names and do the Google search keyword thing for that. So I did. I did it in German and in English. I didn't bother with any other language. English is the international language of business, and German is the language of this country, so there you go. And I found some really nice, very keyword-specific domain names that will be filled up and happily pointing to whatever this project ends up being.